This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point by Nagar is up and good,
and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
On first down, it's Fields.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. Let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds?
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Fields throwing again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want...
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He'll buy some time right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
Moss is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Winston now. This is caught by Gibb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Winston now to throw on first down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Winston. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
Oh, that's the way to run it, boy.
Touchdown, Giants. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Play action. It's Fields. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Catch made by Slayton.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Now Fields.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Winston on 3rd and 2.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On play action, Fields. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Fields.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
First down, Chicago.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Winston.
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Now the try here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Final play of the half here. Winston. Again has it complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, reports.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, Winston. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's brought down.
116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and goal. Winston. Touchdown. It's complete. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
A give. This is Montgomery. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Fields on 3rd down. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 139 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Winston now from the 50. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they try the right side here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
3rd and short yardage. Winston. Forced out to his left. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
An extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Off play action. Fields.
He's going to air this out deep for Harvin. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Winston. This is caught by Gill.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 45 on second down, Winston finds his tight end Ingram.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
202 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more.